Alright guys, Shane from TKDSCORE. The first part of this video is going to be very fast paced for you guys that have done the Daedo before. This is for my guys that are renting gear. It's all new. Everything's different. The software is different. The devices are different. The only thing that's the same are the Hogus. Even the judge boxes, though they look the same, are different. So listen carefully, okay? So first of all, you can turn these on with your finger now. Even these, with your finger. You don't have to use a sharp object or a pen. You can just, it's low profile, but you can get your nail in there now and turn things on and off. So the first thing you do is turn the devices on, okay? What the device does now and flashes which color it is. So you may or may not have tape on the devices, okay, but it will flash what color the device is, especially once it's linked up. That's the next thing. These are headgear transmitters. They look a little different. The body ones look similar, but there's a circular dip switch, not just the horizontal dip switches. Next thing, child's mode is pin 3. Pin 3 is normally going to be down in this position, and if it's up, it's in child's mode, cycle the power. It's no longer 5 and 6. Okay, and while you're at it, there's other switches there that determine what color it is, so don't move any other switch. Just number 3 for child's mode. Generally, I'll send you size 0 Hogus, so you won't need child's mode. But if you absolutely have to have double zeros, that's how you do it. Okay, next thing, we're going to send you a spare device tapped and it says spare. If you have to use a spare device, you will have to change the code, but you'll still also have to exactly match the dip switches with what you're replacing. That's very important. Okay, so now I get the laptop out, I boot it up, I'll pretend I haven't opened the software yet. I'll boot the software up, and I turn on all the judge boxes. If I turn the judge box on, it's going to flash red. This one's going to flash red at first. Blue at first. And green at first. That determines judge 1, 2, or 3. We also have a piece of tape that says 1, 2, or 3, but these are always 1, 2, or 3 based on, again, switches inside, not the software. Okay, guys? They'll be pre-configured. Every red bag you get will have every device, and they have to stay together. Okay? They have to stay together. They're also taped with A, B, C, D, or 1, 2, 3, whatever ring they are. Rings can be from 0 to F. It's like 0 through 9, then A through F. Okay, so these are matched devices. So if you need a spare, you got to turn one off, set the dip switches, change the IDs. Here's the cool part. When you turn the laptop on, plug in your receiver. This is the new receiver. Again, the one that came with everything else in the same bag. When you open the software up, and I'm just going to pretend I waited for it to open, but I already had the software open. But as soon as you open the software, if all the devices are on and the receiver's plugged in, it should already say network configured right here. It should already say network configured, okay? So now if I go to configuration, this looks all different. If I go to configuration, okay, it should see all these judge boxes and the body head. It's still thinking about them right now, okay? So body and head. Now, it does say group when enabled. I don't know why it does that by default. If I click it and then unclick it again, it hides those boxes. It says group 2 disabled. But now you see all the judges say okay. The body says okay, and the head says okay. Now, they're yellow because they're not plugged into the Hogus yet, but when you plug the Hogus and headgear in, it will be green okays. All right? These systems will not let you accidentally put the heads in the bodies in the head. It will actually stop you. Okay? Now, I'm looking, and Judge 2 seems to be red right now. So, I don't know which one is Judge 2 right now, but I can recycle these and reset them. So, if you do have a red situation, basically, you can just reboot the device itself, and it'll go ahead and it'll start talking to it, and it will go okay again. So now I'm going to hit connect. And what connect can do is, if you do have any issues, it will just retry to connect everything together. These device IDs are stored in the receiver. So if you move all these devices to a whole different laptop, it will actually automatically link up to the receiver. You'll never have to add IDs as long as all these devices are already configured. Okay? Judge 2. I'm going to have to edit this out, and I'm going to look at something really quick here. Oh, there it goes. I was going to check something, but now you see the judges are all linked up. So now I'm going to hit close. And so to start a match, what I do is I go to Match Ring Manager, and all you really have to do is do Next Match Wizard, give it a match number, like 1, okay? Hit Next, and you know, if you're just doing one match at a time, you can just hit Final. And you can pick what category you have, cadets, male, -33, it does everything for you, configures everything, okay? Now, you can put their names in there, or you can just type in blue and red, whatever you need, hit Next. Well, this is for the flag, the WTF ID, so you can put your flag in there if you want to. All right, so now it tells you rounds, which you can change, all the settings, all the times, okay, and you hit Finish. So it configures the system. Now, if you want to pull up a previous match, you can do that. If you type in the same match number, it will copy the settings. You can go to the last started match. If a match hasn't finished, you can go back to an existing match. So that's what you can do here, and you can also change the different and manage the different divisions however you want them to work. So you have full control here how you want these divisions to work. So anyways, once I go through the match wizard, and if it's all the same people, you can just pick the same match over and over again. It's fast. All right? And then you go ahead and you start the same way. Enter starts the round, spacebar pauses. If you have an external screen, you hit this button to turn it on. And again, you have to have that external screen connected. The screen is a USB monitor just like before, so you just make sure you plug the USB monitor screen in ahead of time, or if you have your own monitor, you go ahead and use that. Those are the high points, guys. Okay, that's going to pretty much handle how to run these new systems. Again, key points. Kids mode for 00s only on the body transmitters is pin 3. That's it, switch 3. Okay, the rotary one is only changed if you have to replace with a spare. Play around with the software ahead of time, but it's very easy once you go through the steps I just gave you. Okay, you have all the other settings available to you at that point. And again, if everything's turned on and plugged in, you turn on the laptop, everything links up right away. All you gotta do is configure your match, plug in your transmitters to devices, and go. Let me just pause here for a second, let me think. Oh, one other key point. Just come up here. Say you decide to turn off the headgear for certain divisions. Okay, you can go ahead and turn off headgear, but what I do suggest is after you turn them off and hit close, I suggest exiting the software and coming back in, because sometimes it hangs onto those devices for some reason or another. So I like to shut off the software. I even unplug the receiver, plug the receiver back in, wait a couple minutes, or well, at 20 seconds, and then start it back up, and now you've got it without headgear. Okay, and you don't really have to turn the devices off. They'll run all day, but you can at that point. Same with the body if you just want to use the judges. It's a little tricky, so make sure once you turn them off, you shut off the software, unplug the receiver, plug it back in, open the software, and it should save just the judges in position to go. That's it. Enjoy, and again, make sure you use your finger to turn the switches on. You won't have any broken switches like we used to have with the older devices. Thank you.